soil, Batman. I am. Wait till they get a load of me. Today's episode is going to be an ASMR. There we go. As we were saying. Yes. Okay. Back to the regular scheduled program here. 1 second. Ooh. Hey guys, thanks for coming back again and sticking around for this. That was silly and that hurt. Ouch, my big noggin here. But no, yeah, thanks again for checking us out. Today's episode, I guess, video is going to be 3D related. All right, so here's a fitting I was kind of doing with it. Half of it on is the elbows. I was having a little issue with the biceps. This is how they were supposed to be. They kept moving around some. That was half of it. And this shot here is pretty much the whole fitting with the whole everything on kind of the day before, kind of just filling everything out. Kind of I wanted to do a walkthrough. Again, you know, the biceps are not in the right place and stuff. So I think overall, I think it fit fine. It fit really well overall. Pretty good mobility. But I was just trying to get functionality, just moving around and just see how it fit. But yeah, so yeah, this was, I had a mirror there I was looking at back and forth because I wanted to try to work out as many kinks as possible. And I wanted to make sure nothing was going to fall off from the process of putting this all together. So yeah, and actually this picture here is one of my old school pictures, 3D foam Iron Man. And these are some of the old school fabrications I did several years ago as well. This is the same one. This is for one of the Comic Cons I wore. It was heavy, actually. It's sheet metal I used. The 3D printers I had, this was the LK5, I believe. LK5 Pro, I believe. And this had a little issue with the side there, keeping it from retracting. There's another view. The LK Longer 5, I believe, Pro. So yeah, I mean, they worked fine for me. No real issues. You know, but these are old school, I guess, now, but nowadays. And this is the most recent one that I got, which is the Elegoo Max 3D Max, I believe. It's a jumbo one. It's a big one, but very handy and very smooth operating. All the behind the scene kind of video. These are just quick shots of the how I was getting, you know, the muscles on there. And this is a behind the scenes pics of kind of how I had everything kind of set up as I was doing it. And then, of course, you'll notice that the cow here I'm using is actually one I did buy offline because I was trying 3D printing once, and they were just, it was a little weird when I would put it on. But I will say here, this shot is shame on the person, and it's all on me. I bought it, I got it, and it kind of came off. It's like, it is what it is. See, this is the shot here. That I had, and then these are behind the scenes, kind of just quick up close shots of it on the mannequin. And of course they're good for far, but far from good, and I know everybody will critique it as you will. Cool. But yeah, so this is, you know, just green screen shot. I don't know what I was trying to do here. This end cap, this is the end shot. Just wanted to get both of the the costumes I had most recently completed the last couple of years. And this is Halloween this past year. Me looking silly and dorky, but yeah, so that was my process in terms of just, it turns out, yeah, when I went back over the footage, all that was pretty much more so a Batman behind the scenes, how I did this most recent one. And I think it was 3D printed. Parts of it were, of course, you saw some of the other things that were some things I had to order online. Like the pants and shirt. I remember I did Amazon for those and Goodwill for one of the other ones. Goodwill was, I actually had a couple of, I went to Goodwill and got a couple of, I was looking around in their athletic, you know, stuff that was, I guess, see what might work. And I ended up getting a couple of gray kind of like tight fitting, sort of form fitting. And went with those. Kind of, there were two different grays and stuff. Because I did try, I didn't put those in there, but at one point I did have, when I did the whole suit, I did my own muscles for the legs and everything, and everything was very cumbersome, like very top to bottom. And I actually had to take out the back part. It was like this, it was like huge, and I'm not a big guy by any means. I'm 5'10", 180 on a good day. And that was months ago, so I haven't even. Yeah, I'm sure I'm less than that now. But that said, so it was like I was kind of telling my family and brother and stuff at the Halloween. It was like, okay, I think I'm mid-sized Batman is what I am. But with the boots and stuff, I actually had some lifts in there, so I think I was under 6'1", so over 6 foot with it and stuff. And so it did make me feel, good size doing that. I think with everything was all said and done. And as I noted in there, the biceps, it was kind of, they kept moving around and stuff. And if anyone notices, those biceps are actually from previous. Those are last year's, but I printed out. They were Iron Man. It was a makeshift. I kind of put it together, my own amalgamation on that, my own thing, and then I made those into the bicep. Like, oh shit, okay, that'll work. So went with that. But yeah, so and the formation of itself is actually, I'm sure you guys probably saw also, it's not one simple costume. It's sort of a mix. Like kind of at the very beginning of the video where I had the printed out it's the armored suit, right? The helmet. It was going to take too long, and then just when I printed that out, it's a little big, but then thinking about if I put cushion and all that, it'll work. It'll be fine. But then it was like, it's just a big process, so that's why the suit changed different styles at different points, and I ended up going with, you see, is the the Affleck cowl. I actually like, a lot of people don't like it, but that's their preference. My preference is, I actually did like the cowl, the mechanical looking one, the mech looking one, and then as well with the Robert Pattinson, this part here. So a mixture of the two, and kind of just went with that. And I think at the very end, I think I was pleasantly surprised on how it fit. Like I said, I mentioned in there that it fit fine, and really was fine. The only thing, anybody who knows, when you put on those cowls like that, after I think I had it on for a couple hours, and yeah, you got to know the tutorials doing that. But I forget the guy's name. I forget his name. Cosplay Chris, I believe. I saw a tutorial a long time ago where he put the talcum powder in there, and I'm like, oh crap! So that worked a lot. But I took it off, and I was just drenched, pouring. But yeah, that was my whole process there, summed up. And hope you guys stuck around this long to check it out, or thought it was funny, fun, whatever. A little bit behind the scenes on doing that, and I had fun doing that, and I look forward to the next Halloween to start prepping and here in the next few months and getting ideas as far as where I want to go with that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed, and hope you guys come back in the next video. Until then, you and yours have a good one, and we'll see you guys then. All right.